also, without really speculating some stuff that you've maybe seen from other trailer breakdowns, do you want to kind of guess what we might see in this film, Spider-Man No Way Home?
Easily. Of course, we saw Dr. Ock. And we know that who that actor is. It's the same actor that played him in the original Spider-Man trilogy.
Almost looks the same too.
Right, they're using that de-aging technology, I think, it's interesting, right? It seems that he knows Peter, but this is another situation where I think the dialogue is not as clear as it seems to be in the trailer, right? Whether he's talking to him, whether it's a flashback, whether it's a moment from another universe. I don't know if he's in this universe. You don't know. And then you have at the end of the trailer, or I don't know if it's at the end actually. You have a Green Goblin little smoke screen bomb.
Yeah, it's right before the reveal of Dr. Octopus.
Right before, yeah. You have that, and you hear the Green Goblin laugh, and it sounds like William Dafoe from that first trilogy as well. So I don't know how far they're going to go, right? I think the TV shows have done a lot to get people on this train, this idea of the multiverse. And you had Spider-Man Into the Multiverse, or Into the Spideyverse, right? And that was a very successful movie. So it's also getting people in this idea that they can exist in other universes and collide. We've already seen it. We've already seen it with a Spider-Man movie. So we're potentially seeing something very similar. But this time, instead of the Spider people coming together, it could be all the villains of the past. Do they team up? Do they fight one another? We don't know, right? I would imagine, Dr. Strange is in this. Does he fight with Peter? This trailer, you see Doctor Strange and Spider-Man fighting each other. What is that about? What does that mean? What is happening? No questions are answered in this trailer. They only bring more. And it's very interesting how it all looks.
Yes.
And I think the way that I thought Spider-Man Homecoming was really just Iron Man 4.5 or Iron Man 3.5.
Hey, and he's not in the movie that much though.
He's not, but it wouldn't have been a movie without his influence. And
well, I guess a little bit.
I very much think this is Doctor Strange 1.5. No. That's what I'm hoping for.
Well, I would say that it's kind of pushing the plot forward, kind of sprinkling in some of the universe building into a Spider-Man film. You know how Iron Man 2 was kind of like that film, trying to setting up all of the stuff after, all the stuff that was supposed to happen after. This is kind of like that. This is the new world building, which is probably better.
I think it is, but I also, maybe it's hopeful thinking, but I think it's less world building for Spider-Man and more for Doctor Strange's film.
I think it's for the whole universe.
Well, yes, the implications are for everyone, but with Doctor Strange, multiverse of madness, and we're seeing the multiverse in this trailer, and Peter Parker's used this thinking about the multiverse in the last film he did, Far From Home. There was a conversation with him and Mysterio before he knew he was Mysterio about the multiverse and how it's a possibility. So yes, we will see the effects of it in this movie, I think, but it is building towards what's going to be, I think, a really awesome movie in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, because we've already had WandaVision and being a nexus being, and what that means with the multiverse being a being that is the same singular being throughout all the multiverse. Because I think people thought it was focused on that, but now we have the Spider-Man movie where we're talking about the multiverse and it's breaking up, and even the What If series on Disney Plus, right? That's all about these different timelines, different universes, how things could change if one thing was different, and we're seeing it. So I feel like it's almost like getting supplement information before a test. Like, you did the big studying, but here are some cheat sheets. Here's some multiverse stuff. Here's some theory stuff to get you on board with the big ideas that are coming. Side note, also excited for Eternals, and there's 3 shows out for that now. I wonder if that'll play any role in this as well, or it's kind of staying in its own lane, it looks like, but we shall see.
I think I'd rather it stay in its own lane. Well, I'm definitely excited for the Spider-Man film over that one. because I didn't know that this was dropping. But I'm still excited for the Eternals, though. I mean, I would think that you'd be more excited for this one too. No Way Home, right?
I actually am more excited for the Eternals.
Oh, even with Doctor Strange there.
Even with Doctor Strange there, yeah. Because
Okay.
unfortunately, it's not Doctor Strange's movie; it's Spider-Man's. But so I know he's not going to be in it that much. But no, the Eternals. I feel like it's just another grand, actual super beings, and dealing with Celestials and the Deviants and the Eternals. This is big world stuff, and it's the science fiction stuff. It's more than like the low level stuff, Spider-Man, Ant-Man, that they're dealing with. Even Captain America to an extent. Like, this is
So much disrespect.
It's just these concepts are huge, and who knows what implications they could have going forward. I think if anything, the Eternals will probably have a similar ending to Captain Marvel, where we have the Skrull, and now they exist in the universe, and you don't know when it's a Skrull and when it's not. I think the Eternals going forward, we won't know when they're going to intervene or what it's going to be like in the future with them in the MCU, but we can expect if big things happen, they might show up.
Thanks for watching, and if you would like to be featured on our podcast, make sure to click the link in the description.